Well, folks, grab your popcorn, because Canadian politics just served up a twist so absurd, so poetic, it might dethrone We Charity as the most epic liberal faceplant of the decade. And right at the center, Mark Carney, Canada's reigning king. Of smug. Carney thought he could strut into Parliament on a one-vote miracle, crown himself the mandate messiah, and ride off into the history books. Plot twist. That one single vote, it just blew up in his face like a confetti cannon at a loser's birthday party. Let's head to Terrebonne, Quebec, the scene of this beautiful democratic disaster. On May 10th, 2025, a judicial recount handed the Liberals a win by exactly one vote. That tiny sliver was enough to scrape together 170 seats and claim a majority. Carney was already flexing in the mirror, polishing his shoes, whispering, "Yes, Mark, you are the chosen one. But hold up. Enter Nathalie Sinclair-Desgagnés, the Bloc Québécois candidate who doesn't do fairy tales. No tweets, no tears. She marched straight into Superior Court with facts, receipts, and a bureaucratic bombshell. Elections Canada messed up the postal code on a 100% valid mail-in ballot. That vote, it came back like a busted Amazon return. Rejected not for fraud, lateness, or being unreadable, but because someone at Elections Canada typed the wrong postal code. Yep, that single ballot would have tied the race. Instead, it got tossed over a typo. And Elections Canada, they certified the result anyway. What we got wasn't a majority. It was a glitch in a tuxedo. Let that sink in. A typo became a mandate, and Mark Carney, Mr. Bay Street Savior, got crowned by a clerical error. Let's not sugarcoat this. Canada's electoral system just face-planted in full view. One vote, one typo, one moment of government-level oops, and instead of fixing it, Elections Canada basically shrugged. Not our department. Really? We've got agencies for milk inspections, dog licenses, even swing set safety. But when democracy breaks, suddenly everyone backs away. And don't think this is a one-off mistake. It's part of a broader collapse. While Carney acts like everything's fine, recounts are already underway in Windsor, Milton East, Newfoundland, and BC. Why? Because the margins are tighter than Carney's grip on reality. Under Canadian law, if the vote difference is under 0.1%, a judicial recount is triggered automatically. That's splitting hairs with a surgical laser. And everywhere you look, it's the same story. Botched ballots, sketchy rejections, and a public that's running out of patience. Carney's majority? It's not solid. It's pie, half-baked and about to collapse. A house of cards held together by red tape and duct-tape dreams. Let me paint the picture. Bloc leader Yves-François Blanchet just went from respected statesman to Quebec's courtroom champion. No op-eds, no press tours. He sued, he won, and he forced a re-election. While Carney was busy striking poses and dodging accountability like it's a Mario Kart fireball, Blanchet was doing what leaders do, acting. He called the Terrebonne fiasco a national precedent. And he's right. This isn't just about one riding anymore. It's about every seat with even a whiff of doubt. Carney's team tried to downplay it. But here's the twist. That returned ballot, it wasn't some abstract error. It belonged to a real voter. Her name is Emmanuel Boss, a law-abiding Canadian who did everything right. Her vote was tossed, not because she broke the rules or mailed it late, but because someone at Elections Canada couldn't copy and paste a 6-character postal code. And that one mistake, it didn't just cancel out a ballot, it blew up the illusion. Because once that vote gets counted, the Liberals drop to 169 seats. No majority, no mandate, no crown. And even if Carney tries to cling to power at 169, guess what? The Speaker's seat subtracts one more from the Liberal bench. That's right, Mark. You can't govern with a majority that vanishes the moment Parliament gavels in. And Carney's response to this electoral meltdown? Crickets. Not even a canned. We take this seriously. Not even a fake one. And what's Carney's grand response to this electoral mess? Nothing. Just dead air. Because he knows, acknowledge one error and the whole House collapses. One MP resigns, one confidence vote fails. One sneeze in the wrong direction, and the circus tent folds. The public isn't buying the oops excuse anymore. They want audits. They want answers. They want accountability. And while Carney's camp goes silent, Blanchet and the Bloc are out here doing the work, demanding recounts, fighting for democracy, and actually winning. Is it any surprise Quebec voters are flocking to the Bloc? They're not sitting around hoping things get better. They're forcing change. They're rewriting the rules of engagement. Meanwhile, Carney's still pretending he won, standing on a cardboard throne built out of miscounts, return mail, and delusions of grandeur. This isn't leadership. This is damage control in a rented tux. It's placeholder prime minister energy, something that'll be taught in political science classes as a warning, not a win. Canadians see it. They see that this election was never clean. They see bureaucracy standing between them and democracy. They see that one legal vote nearly vanished, and would have if the Bloc hadn't fought back. So here's the final blow. Mark Carney didn't win. He inherited a math error. And now, as recounts roll in, as the Bloc surges, and as voters like Emmanuel Boss become folk heroes for simply following the rules, Carney's empire of close enough is crumbling. Because democracy can't run on typos and technicalities. It has to be earned. And Carney, he didn't earn it. He fumbled it. The Bloc? They're the ones fixing it. And this is just the beginning. Hit that subscribe button, because Carney's fall is only getting started. And we'll be here for every last glorious tumble.